About it. It's about 7:30, so got a little earlier. It's at Media's 2-day little stuff here. But yeah. $7 o'clock. 7:01, by the way. So 30 minutes.
We get something to drink here.
All right, no problem. There's a spot right here?
There's the one in the middle, the vendor.
Oh, cool. Let me turn this off. And plus, let me say 34 after open streets while I'm here. This is while we're walking down the block. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took the bus. Took 69 bus to the 66.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took that. I did that.
Actually, I had to make pit stop. I had to get something broken. I had cable broken mine.
Yeah, open. Look at the moped. Look at the moped. Look at the moped.
Ah, here we go. 5 miles an hour, man.
Okay.
Bent license plate. Tell Gersh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of them have bent license plates. These motherfuckers. They do the same thing. They do the same thing.
And you got people with e-bikes with no helmets.
She doesn't know how to ride that. Yeah, she doesn't know how to ride it.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't know how to ride it.
I get that easy one here.
I don't think these two know how to ride this. I don't know this now. Wow, this is stupid. I like how there's still people driving on here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess these are the residents.
Yeah.
And there they go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least they're riding them slow.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi there. How much is a cup of lemonade?
This is a $4 afeitada lemonade.
$4? What's the $4 cup look like?
This is $4.
Oh, all right, I'll
This
take
is
that. Oh, actually, give me a $5 one. Do I have $5? Yeah. I really do.
$5 or $4?
$5 one. $5 cup. $5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, give me the $5 cup.
Yes.
So this is the open streets here, guys. I'm live because the problem is like Sam, when you record the phone, like it's like the heat up. I just stuck with the Motorola. They don't heat up like Samsung does. He's probably. I might just upgrade. I might just like go to Walmart and upgrade the phone. This phone suck. Enjoy your day. So yeah, 30. Nah, that's ain't nothing. Support you. All right, those.
You know who should be at this moped thing? Although it won't because she's kind of responsible for moped and e-bike madness. Jessica Ramos.
Oh yeah.
Although she did an awesome thing yesterday.
What?
Steve Cohen. She said, "You're not getting a fucking casino."
Yeah.
I called her the ice queen of Corona and shit. Like that famous ice place and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. But the problem with her, the problem is that she wrote the bill that legalized e-bikes.
Yeah.
And for some reason that expanded into the
community.
That expanded into like the scooters and the mopeds.
Yeah, the community person, ethnic person, so they don't have a lot of media coverage. They get a lot of views. Ethnic press get a lot of views. And they want if they want to get shake car. They trying to get shake car. I know they're trying to do. They're trying to get shake car. And that's a staffer. The funny thing is a staffer. Like that's not even like shake car himself.
This tastes like country time.
Mm-hmm. Ethnic press.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, look at that. Who's the newscaster? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, so I think more. I think that's that's Ramos. No. I think that's Ramos C coming. Yeah, he's coming. I mean, they looking for Shakar. They are looking for Shakar. The man of the hour, Shakar Kershaw. Debate, I love debate. It's good because they get like you get to pick both sides. They make you pick one side, and you just gotta like tell you this shit, and then that's what they respect about like debate. Is they can do that.
So the sheer fishing car. Oh my God! This is It's about him.
Yeah.
And you get. He's gonna act like, I'm very active about moped safety. Oh my God, this is a show. So this is a farce. Yes.
I think everybody's happy that Trump got found guilty today. So Trump got found guilty today. So everybody's.
So what's he gonna do? He's gonna appeal though.
Yeah, it's going.
No, that's gonna get thrown out. It makes all the Democrats feel good.
Yeah.
What a joke. Never mind. He's gonna give this. They gave the city to him. They gave it. They gave it all back. They're gonna give the White House back to him too because of the shitty job they let in.
Yeah.
Think about that guy who burned himself at that park and shit. That they called him like a conspiracy theorist and shit. His name is Max. And you know he killed him and he burned himself to death because he I think the thing was there's just no real leadership anymore.
Yeah.
You can't trust you can't trust any party anymore.
Shakar is always not that far. It's on 74th and I think it's 73rd. And somewhere like one of them big like dead end streets. Like they have a curve. So
So I can understand why he would want he doesn't want any other traffic around here. So he can have a nice smooth ride to his house and shit.
yeah, his house not that far too.
Yeah, he has a nice car too.
Yeah, his house not that far from his office.
Apparently when he talks about public space, he's more concerned about his own. He likes talking about public space a lot. So with the space. All these people are so selfish.
Our beautiful little car.
Yeah, the debate is.
I have the people are riding bikes on.
Crazy, right?
It's buses too.
Huh?
Buses too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in.
All right, cool. Come back out or you can stay in?
I'm gonna
All right, cool. I'm going inside too. All right, I'll go inside too. No problem. See, this is the event. All the like the officials. So it's not.
But you know what I'm gonna look at those guys and they're
All right, so you'd like to speak today, okay?
Yeah, I want to speak today too.
Awesome. So just leave your name, your neighborhood, and
Yeah.
perfect.
So one can't raise one hand or anything like that.
There will be a comment section, but just so that if you're interested.
1, 2.
Well, I'm not formally, so I mean,
All right.
in other words, they're like,
Yep.
you and I.
All right, so we're inside here, guys. Hopefully. Hello. Hello. Hey, same to you. Thank you. Same to you. So, oh, these are reserved. Hello. All right, cool.
How are you?
So these seats are reserved. Oh, these seats are reserved. So,
How's everybody?
yeah, Wi-Fi here, man. Yeah, they got Wi-Fi here. They got Wi-Fi, bro. They got Wi-Fi here.
Yes.
All right, cool. No problem.
Baldwin, it has one.
All right, so open streets, crap. Oh, about the shit. Man, they have Wi-Fi? Do they have Wi-Fi here?
Over there, sorry?
Wi-Fi?
No.
Oh, the Wi-Fi?
It's private, yeah.
All right, cool,
No,
no
it's
problem.
for the DOE.
All right, cool.
I think so.
All right, cool. Cool. Let's go outside again. So it's like this is right about shake off people, but I think everybody else threw their name behind it. We don't know who's gonna show up and who's gonna show up. So you gotta be careful. I already signed in, so I'm public. I'm speaking. I'm gonna speak. Okay, so go out here. You can speak if you want to. Public comment. Public comment. I'm going to speak. I will speak. You know what I mean?
I only email you guys once in a while. That's all I
So they'll show the open street, so this just sort of slides. It's just sort of slide. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, we go. So I'm stepping. At least Shakar put some money to restore the school, the auditorium. A lot of schools, maybe have like messed up seats, like broken. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. At least Shakar does it. I mean, I'm gonna tell them, like, at least you restore the school, man. A lot of these schools look like, Jesus Christ, bro. So we're at the town hall, guys. We're in Jackson Heights right now. I just came from Astoria this afternoon. Got there a little late. I was on point. Show my face and get out of there now. So you have Ethnic Press here, right here. Ethnic Press. happened? Really good? So the chicken staff right there. Heat. Oh, they're gonna come. They're coming. They're gonna come. Only 7:16. G-Train and some other crap to do. State. There people over there. It's live streaming. I was like, I'm not going there for a live stream. So what? Unless you instruct it, I'll do it.
I believe they're going to shorten this. They have the guts.
They will. So we're going live. Problem with so they you should show the slides. They show open streets, all that bullshit. So I'm like, all right, no problem. Let me talk to. No, let me talk to. I didn't know these ones. Hey, my name is Chris. You know me from, by the way. I don't know you.
I don't know you, but I follow your videos.
Oh, cool. Thank
I
you.
like the work that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
Nothing bad.
Alright.
You and Raul.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'm actually happy to see you here.
Yeah, thank you. I was bored. I feel like come out tonight, but I was like, all right, let's come out tonight.
It's important.
Yeah, it is.
You're from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah,
You came out, I appreciate that.
yeah.
Because I live here.
Yeah.
It's always some more
Of course.
you know, a lot of it is very violent.
Yeah, of course.
So I didn't even think you out. I just
No, it's all right. But thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
I am
Thank you.
trying.
Thank you for the support.
Trying to people.
Yeah.
Well, they want everybody to me with them.
Thank you.
Because I don't Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, Department of Transport. Yeah.
This is 2 weeks, and this is at the school right across the street on 80th. It's blocks over.
Oh, damn.
On 34th. So if you wanted to, you could come.
Yeah, I'll come out there. Cool. I support him. Jennifer is horrible. Jessica is horrible. Jesse.
Yes, you'll be here today.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you.
I met him before, but before me, like I was so busy doing the thing. So yeah, I'm gonna send it to JQ. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. No problem. All right, JQ. Oh, she's from Paseo Park. Paseo Park.
She's the open streets chick.
Yeah, open street chick right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Toy TA is coming.
Well, that's the community. I'm talking about trans.
No, she's part TA.
Yeah.
They work with TA. She works with TA.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, yeah.
Andrew Sipp's wife.
Yeah.
NBC News. Andrew Sipp's wife.
Who? Which one? Where?
Yeah, that's her husband. Andrew Sipp from NBC.
Oh damn.
You know that?
That's crazy.
Are you kidding?
That's on the 18th. Peso Park. So this is ethnic press. You know what I mean? These fuckers, problem with ethnic press. I know they'll kiss anybody ass, get a drop. I'm not that type of guy.
I like how they did the guys. Oh no, that's the news.
Yeah, they kiss every ass. They kiss any ass. Every ass get a drop. I am not that guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there some sort of dignitary? What's the military spokesman?
People need to sit on the street. Come on, I'm about to get these niggas right now. Like, my question. Look. Here's the thing. My question is like, how are you gonna be for safe open streets, right? How you for safe open streets, but you're saying opposed to intro 606 and you're against Priscilla Locke's law. How you saying how you got this crap right here? People need open streets.
Oh,
Like, come on, come on. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's
you know, it's because of these open streets. That's why we have this moped.
yeah.
You know that, right?
You know that. Come on, man.
You know, I actually brought this to Transportation Alternatives Attention DOT back in 2022.
Yeah.
I brought this to their attention.
But you get the Bristol Locks law. Come on.
You know, you can piss with all the mopeds and the e-bikes that are running rampant. How can you be promoting open streets? That's irresponsible.
Like,
Spoiled.
yeah.
They're complicit. They're complicit with this. Because of the open streets.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to him. I'm talking about her. I'm talking about her.
Yeah. She's for the
I
open
don't know who this is.
Yeah.
I don't care who this is.
That's good. I don't care who you are either. You could just keep up your shit. Wow. You live in Jackson Heights?
I ride a bike. I work. That's how I know this.
It's good. That's good shit. Good shit.
Come on, like, get out of here. Like, how you for open streets, but come on, man.
You don't think the open streets is probably responsible for the moped they have? Yeah, that's what
You said Mohead. Are you high?
you said moped.
No, you said
I think you said no.
no, you said Mohead.
Yeah, look at this, that freaking frack here. The bullying yeah, they brought their bullies here.
Yeah.
It's nuts. You can record me out there. It's nuts.
Yeah, this guy's crazy.
Record me.
You're for the open streets. You're for open streets.
Larry. Yeah, hi Larry. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? It looks like he's making a.
Yeah.
He's probably making AI shit.
What's up, man? What's up, bro? What's up? You for the open streets? You're for open streets, right?
And of course he is.
You're for open streets. That's true.
They know. What's your name?
My name is Christopherleonjohnson at CHRISLEJOHNYC IGJOHNSON CHRISTOPHERLEON. Look it up. That's what it is, man. I'm against this open street. I don't care. It's a corrupt. It's whatever, bro. Like,
What's your name, bro? This is bullying. You're bullying. This is pathetic. I don't know why you're filming me.
yeah.
Why are you filming me? Well, I do need a haircut. Can you recommend the barber? Can you recommend the barber? But you must be making a real nice film. Look at this. This guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guy's a retard. I'm not gonna look at it. Hey, see what you doing?
Nah. Yo, he didn't touch you, bro.
It's
Touch.
touch.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're trying to escalate.
Yeah.
They're trying to provoke a fight so we get kicked out.
Yeah.
Because they know what they're gonna hear.
Yeah.
They know they're gonna hear the same. They know they're gonna hear criticism about. They're trying to sabotage this. See, they want mopeds. They want mopeds and e-bikes speeding up and down.
Yeah, they do. Oh, the DOT lady's here. The DOT lady's here. DOT lady's here.
Must be a friend of ours.
Yeah, I think that's why they get it. That's
You want moped and e-bikes speeding up and down 34th Avenue? You want that? You condone that behavior? Is that why you're bullying me? I'm gonna see something.
Yeah, Peso Park.
This dickwad had the whole run.
So you're a DOT. You're not gonna intimidate me.
He's still filming. The guy must be scared.
Yeah, scared of his life. He trying to kiss her ass. I'm like, what? You're not. He's trying to kiss her ass.
Yeah, that's
Like-
specific for Bunny.
Huh? That's her brother?
It's her buddy, I guess. I think he's pals. Yeah, this is open streets.
Yeah.
They know they're gonna lose it. Mm-hmm. They know they're gonna lose the open streets.
Yeah.
They know they're gonna lose it. Okay, this is the deal. They're sabotaging the moped for the town hall. They're sabotaging it.
Ballot. They did them dirty. That's racist. I'm gonna talk right now. So there's a DOT chick right there down the block, down the way. Alright, cops here. Not for us, but they're here for I think they had to represent their YPD on the open streets. The captain, XO commander also right there.
Oh yeah, you see?
They can't. They might. I back the blue. Everybody know, but they can't do shit. They can't do it because it's way above their pay grade. I respect the cop, but they can't do it.
Hey, how you doing, this? Thanks. I remember you from a couple years ago.
It's fine. It's not gorgeous, but.
Sabotage your open streets.
Tonight I'm speaking. So you'll hear me tonight, and I don't want to give it away because, I don't want to give it away yet. You'll hear my story.
Yeah, but is it about the streets and
Tonight I'm going to speak, Joe, and you'll hear my story.
Okay, sure. Did you find are you upset at all about the mopeds
Like I said, tonight I'm going to speak. Tonight, speech, and you'll get it all. You'll get it all.
Also,
I don't know. It's so weird. But you know what excites me?
how do you associate a mental patient like this? Dude, what's your problem, man? You've got mental health issues. You're like an emotional disturbed person. Look at that weird smile. It's a weird smile, man. You can't stop filming this. You can't stop filming. Let him go. You can't stop filming. Dude, stop filming, man. I'm not filming you anymore. Dude, I'm not filming you. I'm not filming you anymore. Are you trying to, provoke me? I mean, you did this. Are you going to talk to the constable about speeding mopeds? No, I don't have license plates, right? Your content is quite important. Your friend is a very good shit. Problems, sir?
Yes.
What do you got? So, it's a long line here, guys. We head back. So there's a long line here. Get inside here. Wow. Oh, that's on the carpet. We get one? We get one. Yeah. Thank you. Take your look. This is what they gave me.
Tell him to put it down first. No, he has to put it down first. He's the news now. You see? See, Mississippi was the news, now he's the news. This is who Mississippi, okay, but you know what's funny? This is who, Mississippi, whose husband is Andrew Sick of NBC. This is who she associates with. This is who she associates with. A man child. Disgusting, pathetic man child. You know what, there's a seat here, I'm gonna sit next to my friend. I'm sorry. I'm gonna sit next to my friend.
That's what they gave me. I have to find a seat. This is getting packed in here. I'm gonna go in the front. I'm gonna sit here. Reserve my ass. Plus, got some better signals.
Yeah, front row seat.
To the action. There'll be a lot of people here.
Mississippi, that guy came in and he attacked me.
Yeah.
He went on the attack.
He's trying to kiss her ass. I don't need that shit.
That guy must be rich or something. He must be behind it. He must have a bit. He's probably behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's a lot of money behind. Like what? Over $500 million?
That guy's name.
$500 million.
Gotta find out his name.
Wait, I thought. I was trying to see what was it. Just relax. I was trying to see. Just relax. I was just relax. Okay, just relax. I was trying to see what was it. I won't. Just relax. Chill. Man, that's different. That's more money than the paper. That's more money than the paper. It's more money than the paper. So relax.
And I don't agree with you. It's your stuff. You gotta do it anyway. So it's your right.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's why we're here. Express our rights and express the issues. Yeah, that's right. That's why I was very shocked at his behavior.
Yeah.
It's a serious issue, and the attorney was saying that he's not taking it seriously.
Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. So that's Richard right there. He's running in this district. Richard Pacheco. Yeah, it's Jessica's opponent. Not Ramos. What's her stinking name?
I thought it was Richard.
That's Pacheco right there.
In one car, right?
Yeah, and he lost.
Yeah, I know.
This district.
Because that false gay bashing story.
Yeah. He's gay himself. He's gay too.
Yeah, that's the funny part. That's why that story died.
Yeah.
Jim Rockaway and then Chicago, they try to make that national news.
All right, richest people here. Richest people.
That's good. That's the Oakland streets. That's the Oakland streets. That's it. That's Mississippi's mafia.
Yeah. Little game. You gotta remember.
I wonder if they're gonna meet us outside and not this up. They're probably gonna wait for us outside.
Like a little game. Like a game. You're not intimidating me, man. Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, yeah, I know this is my thing.
So take a little survey, a survey that's not going to be listened to by the opposite.
They're sabotaging this.
Yes. Fake surveys. Fake surveys.
About all the marauding both sides, but apparently this is going to be a national street.
Yeah.
All this motorcycle and that like riding kids on this other street.
So this is.
It's so hard. It's like it's like maybe they're gonna find a way to like isolate all, make a bike freeway on the side.
Yeah.
Because I have seen you. I know your daughter. Oh, yes.
There's a lot of people here, man.
I wonder if they know what it's really about.
Oh, I might just get kicked out of here. I might just call these motherfuckers out at the right time.
I know her. She's responsible for the bike and motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's responsible. She's responsible for this. I forgot her name, but she's responsible. She's the one that's supposed to be. She does the education about the e-bikes and public transportation. Okay. Right after DOT. We'll go after that, and then we'll get everybody else to do this. I'll take that one. Okay, take this.
Yes, sir. The new 10-man officer right there.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is an illustrative teacher dummy. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Thank you so much. That worked very well. Works with adults too. We're so happy you're here. We're so happy you're on time. As you can see, we have a plastic crown, which just shows how much you guys care about the community, how much you guys care about safe streets. We're going to start in just a moment. So please hold on for 1 or 2 more minutes, and the council member will be here to open up tonight's town hall. Thanks again for being here. We're going to start in just a minute. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here, guys. Like, you're not here. There's a lot of people. People really care about this shit.
These people are scared to death. Scared to death of the freaking case.
Yeah, but you save your seat.
Uh-huh.
I know why she did this.
Yeah. Well, it's only 2024. Jessica Rojas got to run. It's her district. But it's a Rainbow district too. But the thing is, like, Raga endorsed it because his district is on Woodside. Like, when you go a little over down, that's his district. That's why he sponsored it. I think anything past the train station on the other side, that's Raga's district. So Ryan's here, the one that blocked you.
Oh, yeah?
Ryan Romero's here. Jessica, yeah, she's here. Jessica Rojas here. Jessica Rojas. Jessica's here. Little cocaine. She's here. There you go, sit down. No. You have to move. Fuck off. We're not moving. Why they can stay here? We can't move. Get out of here. Come on, man. What's up, Shake Off? What's up, Shake? What up, bro? Shake Off the man. He's the man. That's my nigga. That's my nigga. He gets the hood pass today, man. You get the hood pass. Don't come.
That explains the FTC. That's funny.
So I'm looking now, like, don't come. Yeah, just coming. Oh shit.
Oh man.
I told Rob to come. Some fucking situation, bro. Yeah, just go right there. Just go right there. See, I mean, Jesse right there. Look at this.
Oh, it's just kind of the bad Jessica.
Evil Jessica. Evil Jessica.
Oh, look at that. They love her.
They kiss her ass while drop. Get out of here. Kiss her ass. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah. Yeah.
Please, we're gonna get started. It is so nice to see everyone here. Good evening. My name is Shaker Krishna. I am the council member for our district here in Jackson Heights and Elmhurst, Queens, and I'm so grateful to all of you for coming out today on a very important issue. Rojas. Our additional co-sponsors are Borough President Donovan Richard.
Boo! He sucked. He sucked. Yeah!
And as well as Transportation Chair, the council won't be with us today, but listen spirit, Councilmember Salvina Brooks-Powell.
Boo!
I ask you all, we have a lot to get through today, so I'd ask you all to be respectful of our speakers, make sure everyone can hear, and we want to have a good discussion tonight too, but it requires all of us to participate in a respectful and courteous way. There can be disagreement, no doubt, but we want to make sure we are voicing our opinions in a orderly and organized and respectful way, so we can actually focus on the issues we want to discuss tonight. With that being said, I want to first thank you all for coming. This is clearly an issue of extreme importance in our neighborhood and across New York City. It was my intention in organizing tonight's town hall with my elected partners to do it somewhat how we do it, especially for a town hall in our community, where we would have, before any kinds of presentations from the Department of Transportation, just like at my City Hall hearings too, and my colleagues' council hearings as well, we would have a couple members of the public testify and give their perspective on the issue to make sure that the commissioner and his agency staff hear the issues and the concerns that we as a community face. Not only is that how I think we should be in government and the standard we should hold ourselves to, but especially at a town hall in our neighborhood when a commissioner and his agency are invited to join us in the neighborhood to hear not from me, but from each and every one of you. It was my intention to set up that kind of environment for a good discussion tonight that is fundamentally centered around hearing your perspective. DOT Commissioner Yanis Rodriguez at the last Transportation Committee hearing I was at just a couple months ago confirmed to me in his testimony when I asked him directly if he would join me at a town hall in my community. He confirmed he would be there. We planned the date of this town hall around the commissioner's schedule. As of this morning, Commissioner Rodriguez was confirmed to attend. I received a note from his staff just 30 minutes ago that Commissioner Rodriguez will not be coming.
Boo! He sucked. He sucked.
And let's hope the Department of Transportation learns to listen to our communities a bit better than they've been doing.
Fire Yandis.
I'll leave it at that. That, however, will not stop us from continuing with tonight's town hall.
Yeah.
That will not stop us from continuing with tonight's town hall.
Yeah.
Because in this community of Jackson Heights, I I and our elected colleagues here endeavor to make sure the voices of you all, of our constituents, are heard and that we listen. And that really is the standard that every agency and its leadership should abide by. But we will move forward, and you have my commitment, as we have already done, that the concerns that you all expressed tonight will absolutely be communicated by me, by our colleagues, to Commissioner Rodriguez. Situate where we all are right now. We are in a school, one of 6 public schools on our beloved 34th Avenue, Oakland Street, Paseo Park.
That's the agenda.
As we step outside.
Boo. 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 Why you push it over the street for?
I think we know where this community stands on this issue, and that's why it's so successful, the most successful open street in the city.
No.
It has been a place that started during the pandemic, where we, and as a parks chair, I know this best, ranked least when it comes to green space and public space in all of New York City. It has been a place where we have come together, 26 blocks of joy. A place where our children, thousands of children, every morning and every afternoon, walk to and from school.
By Transall.
Beautiful day.
By Transall.
Their families, their parents, their seniors join on the open street.
Transall.
It's a place where so many of us have come together.
Transall.
We have come together in times of great need for food distributions, community events, performances, or a place simply to catch up with our neighbors. It has become a beloved part of our community.
No.
One that I mentioned before is the most successful open street in the city, where every day, including today, you will see thousands of children walking on it. And at the end of the day, making sure that we have a space for our children, for their future, is most important.
Yeah, we gonna do it.
It is also a place where we have reduced crashes with pedestrians by 42%.
It should be 100. That's not good, man. 20% is not good, bro.
In a neighborhood that has some of the highest fatality and crash rates in this city. We care about safe streets in Jackson Heights. I guess let me pose it this way. Do we care about safe streets in Jackson Heights?
Nope.
Now,
Yeah,
let's zoom out
was this a moped town hall?
from 34th Avenue Oakland Street.
This is a moped town hall. Here we go.
Let's zoom out. We have a great public space in our community. Our sidewalks, our public spaces, our plazas, crashing into pedestrians,
No.
crashing into children, into seniors, making our streets extremely dangerous.
Sponsor 606.
All over the city.
No,
That crisis has also made its way here to our communities of Elmhurst and Jackson Heights. We have seen far too many headlines of these tragic crashes.
yeah.
It has also made its way to our open street, where we have had mopeds hit children. We have had mopeds hit seniors multiple times, sometimes on the same stretch as a moped was speeding by. The children. We have had mopeds flying down spaces that are explicitly designed for pedestrians. And we have heard from so many of you about these issues in email after email, phone call after phone call, raising the very simple question, whether it's our sidewalks or our open street, where are people supposed to walk now?
The sidewalk.
The biggest challenge, the biggest problem that we have is poor design. by
No,
the
it's not.
Department of Transportation.
You have to regulate it, bro. You have to regulate it.
DOT wants to build on that poor design to do even more poor design.
Like planters and rocks.
Yeah.
Kids.
And let me show you exactly what I mean by poor design.
Yeah.
Because fundamentally, that is the problem.
No, you're part of it, bro.
There are so many other ways to address this issue,
No. It's,
but the most fundamental
This is
one
yeah.
is poor design. Let's see what we mean. We have on our open street, on numerous stretches, a bike lane, but now really a speedway for mopeds in the middle of our open
But
street. In the middle.
you're behind this, bro.
Not on the side, not in a separate area, but right in the middle. And so I ask you, where are people supposed to walk?
Sidewalk.
Okay, next picture, go back.
No.
In the next picture,
No. It's a free country.
over
Right?
here,
You guys own him. Why y'all can't? Y'all can say y'all, come on, get out of here.
which
You guys own him. Come on. Stop
I would ask, who do they signify that this street is for? When you have numerous bike stamps on the ground, if you even know what a bike stamp is, because I know I didn't for a very long time. We have parts of the open street that have unsafe and ineffective structures designed to separate bikes and mopeds from people. But let me ask you, looking at that picture, do you feel those structures keep you and your children safe as you walk down the open street?
But you're.
And we have an alphabet soup of signs. One sign after another. Confusing, saying different things. Do they make sense to you? Do they make you feel safer walking down? The problem is fundamentally one of poor design. And that is not going to solve the problem. Now, there are many other issues and ways to also address. It's a multi-pronged approach, but it stems fundamentally from having better design. We don't need more confusing signs on top of signs that are already confusing. We don't need a police car stationed on every block of the open street.
You do. Do now.
Of a pedestrian space
No, you need
and a
cops.
tremendous waste of public resources, including of our own police department.
We need police.
What we need is
Police.
better and safer design.
It's America.
What we need is design that actually solves this problem, keeps us as pedestrians safe, and addresses this issue
No, you
at
need
its
to
core.
regulate motorcycles and bikes.
And to get there, it is important that this agency hear from each and every one of you your concerns about mopeds here and across our community. Because if we get it right here on a pedestrian space, then we can get it right everywhere else in New York City. Because it is a citywide crisis. People who've reached out to us across the city leading up to this town hall, because they're just as concerned too. Now, for the last year, I have expressed that concern directly to the Commissioner and Department of Transportation. My
Alternatives.
elected colleagues have expressed that concern to the Commissioner and Department of Transportation. And yet they have done nothing with it.
Because of Transit.
They
That's
have
why.
not proposed any design change.
Because of Transit.
So I urge you all, with tonight's meeting, to make clear your concerns to them. Make clear of why you all, as you've told us so effectively, feel unsafe walking down our streets and our sidewalks and our open street with mopeds speeding by. And it is my hope that they will listen, even with the Commissioner, that they will listen, take back, and understand the importance of prioritizing good and safe street design. For an issue, and now I'm going to turn it over to our colleague, Assembly Member Jessica Gonzalez-Ross.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Gonzalez Rojas. I am one of the state assembly members that represent 34th Avenue. So my colleague, Assemblywoman Catalina Cruz, is on our way. We just came from Albany. As a parent, I'm here as someone who does not own a car. I'm here as someone that walks these streets every single day that I'm not up in Albany doing my job. And I'm grateful to the mayor and other elected colleagues and to you all, because we hear loud and clear the concerns that you have raised regarding mopeds on the open street. Now, another
Roosevelt,
I want to raise
Roosevelt.
is that mopeds, this is an education point, mopeds are actually called officially limited use motorcycles. Limited use motorcycles, 3-wheel mopeds, are required to be registered and have a license.
Yeah.
That's a fact. They are not allowed to be in bike lanes. And I want to make that clear. Bike lanes are for bicycles, and actually e-scooters are allowed to be on bike lanes, but not.
But the problem is, you have the fake Larissa's here. That's the reason why.
I want to share
They're behind
that at the
us.
state level, I've been working on a whole suite of legislation that I sponsored. One that got passed this morning, and I'm really thrilled because this will help alleviate some of the challenges we're seeing on mopeds. What this legislation will do is require a point of company that is leasing or renting or selling a moped to you must register. The driver must register that moped before walking down the door. I don't own a car, but I know if you buy a car, they will only drive off the lot without a license plate or without a registration, right? So we're making this required for every single sale, lease, or rental of a moped. So thank you all for your support on that bill. I'm so thrilled it got passed today. We hope the governor signs it quickly because it will go into effect 6 months after it is signed. So there's quite a number of issues that we're working on at the state level. There's a whole suite of bills that we're pushing. We have 5 more days in the legislative session, so we will be fighting hard. But there's 3 ways to address this issue. One is education, and I actually introduced a bill that require, also at the point of sale, rental or lease, that every single driver gets information about the rules of the road in 10 languages. So they understand that it's required, it's incumbent upon them to understand that they are required to follow the traffic safety laws here in New York. So we introduced this bill, we hope to get it over the finish line. But in addition to that, we are pushing to get a whole number of bills to address that. On top of legislation, right, so policy aside, there are 3 ways to address this. Education, enforcement, and engineering. And which of these are the most successful in addressing this problem? It's engineering. It's engineering. So this is why we're here. We're here today because we have worked very closely with DOT, and I thank the commissioner, the Queens Commissioner, for being here. We worked very closely with them over the years on many street design issues. My district, it also includes Astoria. There's quite a number of issues we're looking at there as well. And we must design the roads to ensure that mopeds are not getting on it and they're not driving recklessly, and that everyone can be safe. Again, I'm a mom. I walk down the streets. I have a child who just graduated from this school. As a student, well, not graduated yet, soon. So we are parents. We get it. We get it. So I want to create the space to listen respectfully, right? We're saying our few words, but I'm looking forward to listening to your comments and ideas and solutions, because I want to get to solutions. You know, I know we see what the issues are, but we want to hear solutions, and we want to make sure that DOT and our other leaders hear the solutions, because together we can get this done. Thank you so much.
And before calling up our next speaker and before having our first panel,
I also want to flag one more thing too, which is when we talk about better design change, we're not talking about 5 years from now. We're talking about now. We're not talking about after another child or a senior or neighbor gets hit. This is a now problem. We cannot afford to wait several years or really even longer to actually get a safer street. So I'd urge you all to communicate that and think about that as you communicate your concerns. That this is not only a serious problem, but is an urgent one that requires an immediate design solution. With that in mind, I want to call up on behalf of the Queensborough President, Don Richard's office, Michael Hutchinson Carter, to come up and say a few words.
Boo!
Hi, everyone. So first off, thank you, Councilmember, for being the lead organizer for tonight. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Carter. I'm the Parks and Transportation Liaison for Queensborough President Don Richards. He couldn't be here tonight because he's actually still in Albany, making sure that we get that money, we can get those resources to communities like this one. Regardless of where you fall on the issues tonight, we're all in this room because we care about our community, we care about our children, we care about our parents, and we care about street safety. And that's what tonight is about. So I thank our partners in government for being here. I want to thank DOT and NYPD for being here. I see our Queensborough Commissioner, Nicole Garcia is here. So thank you so much for being present. On behalf of VP Richards' office, we will continue to work with voices in our community to make sure that what we do going forward prioritizes safe street design, because the folks of this community, they deserve nothing less than that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Now, before hearing from the Department of Transportation, I'd like to, because this is a town hall for our community, I'd like to call up a few individuals to share their brief statements. So first, I want to call up Luz Maria Mercado to give your testimony.
Thank you to our elected officials, Councilmember Shaker Krishan, Borough President Don Richards, Assembly members Jessica Gonzalez Rojas, Catalina Cruz, Steve Raga, Councilmember Brooks Powers, and Commissioner Nicole Garcia, and the DOT for all of your work. I'm the board chair of Alliance for Bristol Park. I grew up in Jackson Heights, the daughter of a Puerto Rican dad and a Colombian immigrant mom. Growing up, I longed for park space. The green space in our neighborhood was private gardens, courtyards in the center of exclusive co-op apartments. These spaces were unavailable to my family and people like us. Many people in this room know what I'm talking about. As a child, it was a place that I thought it was not meant for me. As an adult, I stayed in Jackson Heights with my husband to raise 2 sons and be near to my mom, who is now 91 years old. I live right near Travis Park, our neighborhood's only public green space. My apartment balcony looks onto North Avenue and IS 145 Middle School. In 2018, I received a frantic call from my babysitter. She and my children heard a crash and saw the aftermath. People who were here then will remember this horrible day. A 12-year-old boy was pinned down under a Jeep. His legs could be seen underneath it. He'd been hit as he was leaving IS 145 at dismissal, and firefighters had to pull the Jeep off him. Our streets were never safe for kids, but this brought it home even more. My family was traumatized. Our community was traumatized. This horrible crash planted the seed to make 34th Avenue into pedestrian space. And since 2020, I've been one of the many people advocating for our open street in Sarah Park. We are fighting for this open space on behalf of the entire community. I'm fighting for my 2 sons and for all the children of our community, as I want them all to be safe. Since 2020, this park has been a tremendous success, but despite its success, some challenges remain. The biggest challenge we face today is the speeding mopeds. In the early days of the open street, I was thrilled because it gave my sons a level of independence they hadn't had before. They could walk or ride their bikes on the open street to visit their friends. From my balcony, I watch families out using the open street. I see parents and their children who look disoriented and afraid. I see them pushing strollers out of the way or grabbing their child's hand, trying to avoid mopeds, motorcycles, and cars that come through. My mom always enjoyed the stroll on Paseo Park to be pushed in her wheelchair and see neighbors walk by, but it's harder to navigate now. And I always warn my sons, when they go to meet their friends or ride bikes on Paseo Park, to be careful and look around for mopeds. When they walk out the door, I always say to them, I love you, come home to me. The safety of children, it must be the top priority for the DOT. So we are calling on the DOT. Thank you for coming. Please listen carefully to the testimonies of our neighbors. Please treat this issue with seriousness it demands and work with our community on finding real solutions. For Paseo Park to be successful, it must be designed for their safety, our safety, and it must put pedestrians first. We believe these solutions must include infrastructure improvements to prevent more people from getting hurt. We need a multi-pronged approach if we are to address this issue effectively. I am a proud owner of residents, a 34th Avenue resident, and a parent. We need and deserve our Paseo Park, and we must make it safe for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruth, for your testimony. You know, you reminded me as you were testifying. My team and I, on the open street today, school dismissal time, and as children were walking out, we actually heard one mom screaming out, "Moped, moped," as her child was walking on the street from school. Now, if that doesn't tell you or capture the way we are navigating our open street now as pedestrians, I'm not sure what does. But thank you, Luz, for your testimony. Now I want to call up Helen O'Reilly to come say a few words.
Thank you so much for letting me speak early. I am an optimist if you brought a young 4-year-old to a 7:30 event. Hi, everybody. I'm Helen O'Reilly. I grew up in Jackson Heights. My parents are immigrants from Ireland. I'm now raising my children in Jackson Heights. Eileen, what's your name? Eileen. Thomas and Ian. I just want to say a few things. One, I grew up on 82nd and 37th. I now live on 80th, off 34. And the Paseo Park has really been a positive thing for me and my family. It's been really a joy to the neighborhood. I walk there with my mom, who still lives in the neighborhood. We run into neighbors. My children can walk to school safely. And it's been a really positive thing. I've been enjoying the street, and I'm thankful for people that support it. I also own and drive a car and understand the challenges of parking. I also love my car, but I understand we have to find a compromise, and I know that's what I want to contribute to this conversation today. I really believe that safe design, better design is needed. It's too bad the commissioner's not here to hear it, because he should. The design stinks. It's not good. It needs to be improved. I also really am not an either-or kind of person. It's not safe design or, some enforcement. It really is both and. There's both safe design and clear rules about what happens when you openly break and violate the laws that are there in front of you. Yes, the signs are bad, but the signs are there. People are just openly ignoring them. So I would encourage our leaders to look for solutions that bridge both. Let's have better design, but let's also have a conversation about what enforcement would look like when people break the rules and mopeds go by, because they make our streets very unsafe. It is scary for me when she's scooting ahead, when she gets towards 34th Avenue. And I'm increasingly more scared of it. And so I really encourage us to not wait until somebody gets seriously hurt. Thank you so much for letting me be able to.
As a parent, I know what I'm feeling too when you approach 34th Ave, and you're looking both directions and every way before you get on a pedestrian street to see where mopeds are coming from. Now I want to call up Deja to come say a few words too.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Hi, my name is Deja Arnoli, and I'm 11 years old. And I've been living in Jackson Heights since I was 4.5 years old. Before, when I was little, the neighborhood was open to cars on Northern Boulevard, 34th Ave, 37th Ave, and 37th Ave. After when I was 6 years old, 34th Ave was closed to cars and open to bikes, people, and dogs. Recently, there's been a change with more scooters speeding down 34th Ave. It makes me feel like 34th Ave is less fun, and I feel less safe, and what might happen is I might get hit by a speeding scooter. It makes me, it feels like Paseo Park is less for pedestrians. I would like the DOT to take away mopeds and motorcycles from Paseo Park so it feels more like it's for people. One of my favorite things to do on Paseo Park is have a family and anniversary celebration. Lots of people come to 34th Ave outside our building, and we eat cake, party, and listen to music. One of my least favorite things that happens on Paseo Park is speeding motorcycles. I don't like the noise it makes because it makes me feel I have to cover my ears. And thank you for your time.
Amazing job, Deja. Thank you for so powerfully summarizing this issue and speaking from your heart.
We promote one side, bro.
Really captures all of our feelings.
Shake out, why you promote one side?
Thank you. Now, I'd like to hear from a few members of our community. I want to thank our DOT team for coming out today, and I turn it over to you to say a few words that you all have prepared as well. And I'll call up now First Deputy Commissioner for the Department of Transportation, Margaret Forjam.
Thank you, Councilmember. Thank you all. So at the outset, let me say that the best thing about being here tonight is understanding there are so many people so deeply committed to this neighborhood, and I believe by and large are in support of this open street.
No.
We do. I'm not. Okay.
No.
Not.
Stop lying. Stop. Don't lie like that. Do not lie.
So we're here tonight because we do recognize that there is work to do, and it's a work in progress. We're committed to making this street as safe as possible. That's DOT's mission first and foremost, for safety of all users of our streets. So first I'd like to introduce the members of the team tonight. We've already mentioned Nicole Garcia, our wonderful new firm. Sean Quinn, our Associate Deputy Commissioner of our Office of Livable Streets. Riley Schwartz, Assistant Commissioner of Education and Outreach, and we also have a bunch of other DOT members here who are also deeply committed that we would like to make. And what we'd like to do is, first of all, for clarity purpose, we want to explain to you what educational efforts we're doing here and elsewhere in the city today. Talk about the excellent NYPD enforcement. We have Chief Armani, or Captain Armani, with us here tonight. And they have been working closely with us to address issues. We also want to review a little bit about the legislative efforts that have been discussed, some of the safety stats, so we actually know what is happening here. Talk about some of the design improvements to date, and then talk about where are we going. We want to hear your feedback so that can inform changes. And we also want to make sure we engage each and every one of you in our upcoming capital project. The great news is we have tens of billions of dollars to build out 34th Avenue permanently. So.
No!
Permanent now! What we would like to do is continue to engage you on the current open street and the future open street. So with that, I'd like to pass it off to Sean Flynn to begin. Thank you.
These are the people who make the streets more unsafe. Yeah.
You guys read the power program?
So thanks again for having us tonight to talk about not just the local streets, but what we're doing citywide.
How about city for sale?
Sorry, everyone. I think I started this town hall by saying that we would respect the speakers and their points of view and not interrupt and not heckle. I know there are people here, there are a number of community members from Jacksonites, there are people who are not from Jacksonites who are here too, commenting on our open street. And I ask you all to know, one, here in our community, when we have events like these, we're actually respectful of the speakers, whether or not we agree or disagree. It's frankly a very mature and adult response to be able to hear someone else, even if you don't agree with them. So I'd ask you all to maintain that degree of decorum and respect for our speakers, even if you agree, even if you don't agree. The point
So we did just want to make sure we covered the citywide effort around this issue, because we also understand that the growth of e-bikes and the growth of micromobility and mopeds in the city has been something that's happened very quickly and has had a lot of repercussions in everybody's daily life. The city is taking this issue extremely seriously on all levels of government, from City Hall to Department of Transportation to the state to various other agencies throughout the city. So we're going to start our presentation today quickly going through what we're doing on a citywide effort specifically to deal with the moped issue that we brought here today, and then we'll go through what we're doing to deal with it more locally on 34th Avenue. So we did want to just start by giving some stats about what's going on with just the cyclists themselves in the city. Not only are we seeing an increase in cycling overall, bike volumes are up, regular bike volumes are up, e-bike mobility volumes are up, moped volumes are up. And we're seeing a lot of injuries to these new devices. So people who are riding these devices are getting hurt. They're getting hurt because of bad behavior. They're getting hurt because of interactions with vehicles. And as we see this growing, sort of these injuries growing throughout the city, we're realizing that we not only need to address, the street and the safety of just the users of vehicles and pedestrians, we need to also deal with the safety and legality of the users of these devices. We've also seen that a lot of pedestrians. We did also want to note that we have seen increased interaction between pedestrians and these micromobility devices. Traditionally, we've seen very low numbers of injuries and fatalities between these devices and pedestrians, but over the past year or so, we've seen those numbers slightly increasing. So we want to make sure that we do not continue that increase, that we take measures to ensure that everybody in this room can safely get around their community.
Thank you. So I think my name is Kim Schwartz. I'm the Assistant Commissioner for Education and Outreach. And I think it's important to say that this is all in a backdrop of Vision Zero City. And you're looking at the professionals who have been, we've been working on Vision Zero since its inception in 2014. So this is the way that we look at many things. So the education piece, you may have seen this, I hope you've seen this around town. This is just an e-bike campaign really geared towards people who are riding e-bikes as commuters, might be picking up a city bike here and there. This is really talking to people about what they can do to protect themselves and to protect others. And you can see on the back as well, we continually try to work to get people on the right-sized and legal vehicle. So really trying to get people who need the electric power of two wheels and motorized two wheels onto the right size vehicle within many neighborhoods is an electric bike, not a moped or not street legal moped. So this public campaign is on the back of buses. You should see it on Lincoln NYC. You'll see it around, even on subways. We're just trying to kind of help people understand how to operate these vehicles. So my team is out all the time when they're not. Some of them are in schools. Over 600 public schools a year, talking about traffic safety and all the aspects of it. But I have a street team that's out in the field working with many different people, mostly drivers, who continue to make a lion's share of who creates injury on our streets, but also talking to delivery workers, talking to people on site, trying to give them the equipment that they deserve, that will keep them protected, but really trying to talk through how to stay legal and how to stay out of spaces where they're creating danger for pedestrians. So we've been to lots of places. We try to go out and really be where the people are, get them to come in, speak to them in the language that they understand, and try to do that. And Sean will talk about my team starting to be out here on 34th Avenue as of last week. Then we do a lot of motorized two-wheel education. We are as frustrated with trying to explain some of these things as you might be. The limited use motorcycles, which we've agreed though citywide to call mopeds because that helps everybody understand the difference between scooters and mopeds. So really talking to delivery workers about how to be safe and what they should and should not be riding, and trying to unpack for people where things belong, right? So a moped cannot legally ride on Paseo Park. It is a vehicle. So
But
really
they don't.
trying to work through this. So next, I'd like to talk to you about the mayor's interagency task force. So probably I'm on a call and then in an in-person meeting at least once a week with this group. It is as many agencies as we can possibly put together to talk about all of the various issues, everything from FDNYs had to be very involved, trying to deal with the battery fires that can come from the lithium-ion batteries, and particularly illegal and not street legal mopeds. We are dealing with enforcement and how we're going to be working together to do that, really trying to understand where people are violating laws and how we can address those things. We have the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection, which is helping us at point of sale. This is something that you're speaking about, right? Trying to figure out how to confiscate those things before they get into the hands of a delivery worker who may have been told that the device was legal when it wasn't, or that they were allowed to ride it when they're not, and not getting any of the information that they need. Of course, as the street designs change, where that's happening as well, and we're also just trying to create some recognizable images and language so that we can all speak the same language and try to figure out what the solution, what the problem is, so that we can address a solution. That's how Vision Zero works. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about some so there has been a very large ghost vehicle operation that's been going on. Actually, my colleagues from the Chief of Transportation couldn't be here today because they're actually out doing something with the DMV and state, trying to figure out how to have any device that is not registered, that is not legally designated, but it should, how to move those vehicles from the street. And these are the numbers since they started this operation. You might not be familiar that this is happening, but they are stopping any vehicle, moped, motorcycle, anything that does not have the proper identification. And in the midst of all of these, they're making arrests, they're seizing vehicles, and they're writing an extraordinary amount of summonses to the tune of almost 7,000 of those. They're also out on the East River bridges, trying to stop mopeds from using the bike lanes that have been designed to keep bicyclists safe. And so they are out there at the East River bridges making seizures and writing summonses. And then, of course, at the point of sale, so going to places, ensure that illegal mopeds, and, also this is the place where we're trying to get some of the batteries under control. So just so you know, to date, this year, the NYPD has removed 9,506 mopeds from the streets, which is, as you can see, a tripling of the efforts last year in total. We're only halfway through the year. So NYPD is really trying to do that because sometimes you just have to take that thing away in order to get it under control. So the last thing I'll just touch on is, we're working very hard with legislation. So glad to hear that that's going to be at the governor's desk. Again, and I've been doing this work with motorcyclists as well. We don't want anyone to be able to purchase a vehicle that isn't licensed to drive it, regardless of what that vehicle is. So that really requiring people who sell these things to get involved. Safe batteries are a huge issue for us. We're trying to get involved in that on all different levels. What kind of batteries can be stored, can be purchased, can be used. We have an equipment training programs that we are working on. The Department of Transportation has actually been tasked with doing that. First thing, it will be my team that will be delivering that. And also, and always working with the app companies, or trying to work with the app companies to see if we can have them take responsibility for, for not just the education and the equipment, because people need to be safe on both ends, but also to try to help
Yen is in jail before that.
for some of the,
Yen is be in jail when that
it's
happens.
very hard for me to speak when you're speaking.
Shut up.
It's very hard for me to speak over me, thank you. And, to really, and I think the reason why I want some attention here is because we really need to think about this. New Yorkers can get a lot of good stuff done together when they think together. We have to think about how we're going to hold app companies accountable for their role in all of this work. So with that in mind, I'm going to turn this over to Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Have you signed up to speak? Yeah.
Yes, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you're not getting it. I'm setting up in like 5 minutes. You can go in the back.
Speaking, wanted to make sure we're speaking to the design piece as well. Across the city, we're looking at ways to accommodate micromobility as it's growing. Legal micromobility, of course, people need to get around on these devices, they're making deliveries. We're making sure our street designs match the new makeup of our bike facilities. So we've implemented several projects over the past 2 years that have looked to widen our existing bike lanes, add multiple lanes, passing zones, so that faster vehicles can go around slower vehicles. We're looking at implementing bike boulevards and projects like 34th Avenue, which are designed to help slow down bikes as they move through a neighborhood. We look at not just the lane itself, but improving curbside policies to make sure these bike corrals, micromobility hubs, people to do their own spots, where deliveries are occurring. And we are, I think, something that the council member said on the radio this morning, looking at ways that we can develop dedicated lanes for micromobility. We're early in the stages of that development, but it's something that we are taking seriously and trying to figure out where that will work in the city, what that design looks like, and how to roll it out, and where to start rolling it out. Those are just some images of what we've been doing. But the best way to sort of understand what's going on the streets is to really take the data collection. We've started putting up sensors around the city so we can watch and monitor the use of the micromobility, the pedestrians, how they're all interacting on a street, where the safety points are most critical, and how that then can influence design standards. So without being out there every day and being able to watch a street, we can put these sensors up and then really understand where there's conflict points, where the cyclists want to be, where the pedestrians want to be, and make sure that our designs match the use and match the safe use of those streets. So we've seen, just looking at some of these sensors, that mopeds over the past 2 years have been moving out of the bike facilities and into the travel lanes. We've seen a decrease of mopeds in dedicated bike facilities. So a lot of the education, a lot of the work that we're doing and talking to these riders is helping to shift them into spaces that are made for more high-speed vehicles, not bike lanes, non-protected facilities in places where they don't belong. So just looking locally, and I'll try to do this quick because I know we want to hear from everybody here. Go to the next slide. Just going off of what the council member said earlier too, we have seen improvements in the corridor. We would like to see it be 100%. We'd like to see the injuries down to zero. That's our goal citywide, of course. We've made a lot of impact with the street design that we've implemented over the past couple of years on 34th Avenue. We're also, besides just looking at the sensor, and we have several cameras out on 34th Avenue looking at the use so that can inform design tweaks that we can make now that can help inform the capital project design as we move into the future. We're seeing just an interesting moped pattern that we've seen is that most of the mopeds are coming in a PM peak at night after 9 p.m. These are folks that are returning from work in Midtown Manhattan and going back to their homes in your neighborhood and beyond. Not to say they're not riding along the corridor in the morning and during the day, but it does speak to the fact that a lot of the moped users on the corridor are working people from this neighborhood, Corona, and beyond that are traveling between
So this is design prices Townhall.
So it's people that are traveling between Corona, et cetera, and your neighborhood to get to their jobs, to do their work in other parts of Long Island City, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. We see pedestrian volumes peak, of course, around school time and in both in the morning and the evening. Over the past several weeks, and actually throughout the entire life of the Open Street, we've been doing a lot of education and outreach. We've been distributing flyers to everybody on the corridor to explain how the corridor works, what this is, what you're seeing, what's a plaza, what's a shared street, what's a bike lane, how do pedestrians move through here, how do cyclists move through here. We've handed out hundreds and hundreds of those flyers. We have safety ambassadors through our horticultural society that are out on the street 7 days a week doing outreach specifically to cyclists, making sure we have the flyers that we have up here explaining the rules of the road. We've actually heard from several instances of, Kim's team was out there doing specific education in various languages, Spanish, Mandarin, and Bangla, and we've heard from many of those riders that they're grateful that we're there, actually telling them what they're supposed to be doing. That education is really making a breakthrough on the cyclists, teach them the rules of the road and where they should and should not be doing. We're also going to continue doing the diverse public programming that we do on the corridor, which emphasizes this is a street for people, this is a street for pedestrians, it's an active street, it's a place that a cyclist may encounter a circus or a yoga class or a school dismissal, and that they need to be careful as they're moving through the corridor. Of course, the Great Granite Block artwork also helps them that this is a different space as we move through the months. Last week, the Local 115, along with the Citywide Traffic Task Force, began a blitz on looking to deal with the mopeds on the corridor. In the last 2 weeks alone, along the corridor, they issued 137 moving violations, which is cyclists, anybody running a red light, not being a pedestrian, failure to yield, mopeds that are illegally using the plaza spaces. Mopeds cannot be in the plaza spaces, end of story. So that is something that can be enforced about, that's something that can be educated about. They've seized 30 illegal devices alone in just 2 weeks. The devices that were not registered should not have been on the corridor in the first place. And that increased enforcement will continue into the summer. We will be making some design updates quickly. We're going to be adding some additional no moped signage in the plazas, which was originally a request from PD to help them do that additional enforcement and education. We are going to be adjusting planters and adding some additional markings to reinforce the slowness of the streets through the plazas and shared streets. And we are going to be adding pedestrian stamps along the border next to those bike sharrows that the council member pulled up earlier to really make call home the fact that that space is for bikes and pedestrians. It's not just for bikes, it's not just for cars, it's for everybody who's using that corridor. So we're being responsive to that request that it's confusing where pedestrians may or may not belong. Additionally, we're gonna work to develop some more gateway treatments, turning some of the existing painted space into concrete, hardening those diverters so that cyclists and e-bikes can't move quick. We've creating them in more concrete will help really reinforce the diversion off the corridor. And then we are looking to also install another plaza block between 83rd and 84th with a curbside bike lane design, which can help us as we talk about the capital with on other corridors, blocks along the corridor. It also breaks up the corridor too.
Yeah,
It adds another
hey,
plaza block.
What's up? Yeah, we going flat.
It adds another plaza block where mopeds aren't allowed, so it's even less likely that someone can travel from one end to the other legally. And then we're also looking at other corridors in the district to see if there's any places that we can create east-west bike connections. 34th Avenue, for those, a lot of you know, it's you've grown up here, you've lived here your entire lives, is one of the original bike lanes in New York City. It used to have diamond markings on it, indicating before we used bike markings on it. It is so old that it's it had some of the earliest standards of bike lane. This corridor has been established as a bike through route since the 90s. People coming east-west from the neighborhood going back and forth. So while we do want to look at other corridors, we also need to acknowledge the importance of that connection that 34th Ave has historically had through the neighborhood. And then finally, my last slide is just pitching the conversations that we want to have further on the future of 34th Avenue. We have the survey that recently launched. We handed out a flyer today that has the QR code on it for you to take the survey about what the future project street can look like. And again, the street doesn't have to be built out exactly the way it is today. It can be built out with your input. What we learned, what do we want to see in the future? So nothing's set in stone, and we need you to show up in these workshops to tell us what that could look like. The first workshop's at June 18th at IS 145. We'll have follow-up workshops in the fall. We're looking for a comprehensive transformative design upgrades along the corridor. Not only dealing with public space, cycling, community space, but we want to look at green dollars, which is a huge amount of money to really get something done here. So hopefully we see you at that workshop on June 18th. Thank you.
Thank you, First Deputy Commissioner. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Our DOT team that's here too. We appreciate the information and the detail here on what the department is doing to address this issue both citywide and our community. You've heard a lot of numbers. I just wanted to put out a few basic questions for you all, because I've heard this data before. You've heard the numbers, you've heard the statistics, and we appreciate all the information too. But with due respect to DOT, how many of you all feel safer now about mopeds walking down 34th?
No.
How many of you all, we have heard all of these issues and efforts, enforcement, education. How many of you all feel safer from mopeds walking down our sidewalks?
No.
And I would also ask you, the proposals for more signs, for more stamps on the ground on 34th Avenue Open Street. How many of you all feel that will make the open street safer from mopeds?
No.
And that's
no way you presented it. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
That is, sorry everyone, just let's keep calm and no interruption. But that is precisely the issue. That we can talk about education, we can talk about enforcement. They are all pieces of the puzzle, and we've heard the updates. But they cannot replace bad design.
Yep.
That is just the reality.
Yep, facts.
And everything we do to design around bad design is not going to work.
Yep. Get rid of the open
And I want you all to think about that and keep that in mind. Because all these stats and all of these efforts have not and will not solve the problem of bad design.
Facts.
And I want to add one more thing too. We've heard about a capital project, but take it from me as a council member who works on capital projects, who funds capital projects. That is a lengthy process that takes years. I ask each of you to remember the Traverse Park renovation. It's a beautiful park today, but that was a long project in the making. Let me ask you this. How many of you all, by a show of hands, feel that the moped crisis both on 34th Avenue and across our community is a problem that needs to be solved now, today?
Well, you were 4 years ago. Yeah.
I rest my case there. Thank you all. I will now, before bringing up our next panel of public testimony, we are joined by another great colleague who understands, who has been a big advocate, an effective advocate on this issue with us, our Assembly Member, Catalina Cruz.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I wanted to say I'm not trying to stay here for the community and DOT. My team was here earlier. I got stuck in Old Meets the second to last week of session, so we just never know how things are gonna go. Steve Braga actually says his apologies. He should be here in 15 minutes or so. His team is also here listening, because that's what we want to do. We want to make sure we're listening to you so that we can push them. Yes, Commissioner, but it's our role. We got to make sure that things are getting done. So I'm just here to listen. I actually bumped into, hopefully you can make it to the testimony. One of our young students who wanted to testify earlier was going home, and I'm glad to see that she's still here, and then hopefully we can get to hear from her and our neighbors. And so thank you for everybody that showed up. I know it's a school night still, and it's late, but we are listening. I listen to anyone screaming at them or anyone saying, please don't do that. The signs don't work, so we have to get creative and we have to listen to you so we can push them. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we want to make sure that we hear from you all in the public. Now, there's a number of members, we're going to allocate 2 minutes for testimony. We'll have some of the time as well. Submit your name, please, if you have it. Our first up, we're going to keep going through these, is going to be Josefina Bahamondes.
Yeah.
We got very early. I leave my apartment every day at 6 in the morning. I see a triangle using the open street, which is like crazy because as the weather gets better, the people get starting out earlier. And I see sometimes mothers with their strollers at 6 a.m. And unfortunately, the open street, it doesn't start until later in the day. So I think it should be a 24/7. So I live on Preferred Avenue, and this is an amazing change for me anymore, because what happened to me is that a couple of years ago, I was running with my husband, and I was hit by a bicycle. And this was because there was no design of the open street. It was during the time they removed all the paint from the floor, and now there's dividers in the middle of the street. So I was running, and these cyclists hit me from the back. I was riding on my bike, it was very warm, and I didn't feel anything until I get into my apartment and I saw that I had several cuts. A few days later, I needed to go to the doctors, and they sent me to the orthopedics, where they found that I had a displaced disc on my lower back, and it took me several years for physical therapy. I needed to get 3 epidurals on my back, which were very painful, and that set me into a loop of not being able to exercise. It was during the pandemic, so I gained a lot of weight, and that put me in a situation that I could not walk because of the pain. And this was just because we did not have a proper design of the open street. Until today, I have problems in my back. I suffer from chronic pain. And I need to be extremely careful for whatever I do. I am not able to run anymore in my life because I have a disc out of place because of this situation. I flew into the air around 10 feet, and I don't want that to happen. I am 5.5, and if the cyclists did not see me, I wonder is someone would be able to see like a small kid running in the street. So we need a better design, and I don't want this to happen to anyone because it is painful. It is painful to be sitting for a long time, and tonight has been painful to sit there, listen to you, because of this situation. So we need a better design. We don't need more signs. We don't need more education. We need design. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Josefina. Now we have Dorothy Mariani, followed by Lola Dunn.
Speak first. Great. I think even
Hello,
people that's
my name is Dorothy Mariani, resident of Jackson Heights. I live in the Towers since 1968. My husband, Peter Mariani, was the deputy borough president with Claire Shulman for 15 years. Peter was an architect and city planner and knew that the median had been removed years before and needed to be put back to cut down the speed of the cars on 34th. Okay, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this.
Doing great, that.
To cut down the speed of the cars on 34th Avenue and for a better environment to when 34th Avenue used to have no green space. He requested that money be allocated from the borough president's budget to restore the median. Since that time, it has gained in beauty and has benefited the community, especially during COVID. Being masked, we were able to walk the avenue and meet our neighbors and friends, even when Jackson Heights was the epicenter of the epidemic. I walk the three plus miles almost every day. It contributes to my well-being and health. Loneliness, even in this populous city and borough, is a huge concern for so many people. But who can be lonely walking the avenue at Sale Park with so many people to chat to? We're always meeting somebody we know. It is such a beautiful, positive environment. Since the beginning, there have been problems, but they have been addressed, and some are fixed, some still need to. But there is one outstanding issue: safety. Pedestrians should take precedence. Children should be able to play in safety. Kids should be able to walk to and from school in safety. There are babies in carriages, elderly with walkers, and in wheelchairs, people walking, running, exercising, skateboarding, socializing, and enjoying the outdoors. When I walk, I face the oncoming bikes, the scooters, the mopeds, because when I see how fast they go and how they weave and zigzag around people, it is terrifying. Pedestrians need to be considered first. Our Paseo Park is our village, or should I say, long rectangle. It is our blue zone. A blue zone is a region in the world where people are trained to have exceptionally long lives due to a lifestyle combining physical activity